Hannah Kepner, and Jackson Jacobs.
We live? Yep. All right, we need to let somebody know we're on.
If anyone's on, please.
Shh. Okay, wait, we'll have a national anthem. Stand by.
I think we'll be fine. We have the camera over here that we've been watching.
Do it faster.
How about Milton's boys and girls cross country teams?
You are looking live at Milton High School for tonight's Region 5-7A showdown between the North Forsyth Raiders and the Milton Eagles. along with Jay
Glimp.
Glimpf. Producer engineer James Seawright. Spotters Katie Sarfati, Trey Glimpf, Paul Segrist. Coaching
By the way, the
and
boys
spotter
team
extraordinaire.
is ranked number 6 in the nation.
Thank you for joining us on the Raider Sports Network. We're about 12 minutes away from kickoff.
Sam Bowers finished in first
Doing a
place.
little bit of a sound check here on. Welcome to Milton High School, the Nest, home of the Eagles, Milton, for exciting Region 5-7A play between your North Forsyth Raiders and the Milton Eagles. Glad you're along with us on the Raider Sports Network along Jay Glimpf. This is Jack Sarfati, producer-engineer James Seawright, spotters Paul Segrist, Katie Sarfati, and Trey Glimpf. We're glad you're along with us. We're about to get underway in just a few minutes, and we have a exciting ball game on tap tonight. Beautiful weather here tonight down in Milton. If you can't be here, you still got some time to get down here. But if you can't be down here, we're glad you're with us on streaming live on the Raider Sports Network. Jay, what do you got?
Well, it's a big game tonight for North Forsyth for, I think, pride. The last 2 weeks have not been kind to the Raiders. The more turnovers we've given ourselves, the harder it's been to play close games. So,
number 15, Ben Bales. Number 33, Chase.
Coach, I believe the air raid sirens are going off.
Do we need to duck and cover?
Hey!
And number 13, Cedric, touchdown.
In case you can't tell, we are on top of the press box at Milton High School.
Captains, number 37, Hayden Brown.
And God is my witness, I don't believe I've ever heard a PA system louder than it is here. I know we hear a little bit at North Forsyth about how loud the PA is there. It's got nothing on this thing here.
Sekou Diobate.
Jay, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
What'd you say?
Exactly. But we're glad you're with us nonetheless. If we trip over our words, it's because we literally cannot hear ourselves think up here. But
I'd like to thank our officials tonight from the Atlanta Peach State Football Officials Association.
they're going over the officials that are going to be presiding over the ball game tonight. We're getting ready to get underway. Both teams are in the end zone, about ready to take the field.
Side judge is Greg Mills. Field judge is Ray Levy.
Jay, what do you got as far as players to watch for Milton?
25-second clock operator is Robert Dixon. Thanks to all of these guys coming out tonight from the Atlanta Peach State Football Officials Association.
Well, Jack, it looks like Milton is led by a junior quarterback. Last name is Yates. He's thrown for 1,300 yards. He's got 11 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. On the rushing side, they've got senior running backs. That Van Horst is the workhorse, if you will. He's got 945 yards rushing. This year, he's probably looking to go for 1,000 tonight. He's got 7 touchdowns on the year. He averages 105 yards per game. From a receiving standpoint, they have 3 players that are over 100 yards receiving on the year. The guy they like to throw it to the most is number 6, Hairston. He's a senior, so it's a senior-led team. It looks like he's got 20 catches for 422 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Fans, let's make some noise as your 2017 Milton Eagles take the field.
I believe Milton is taking the field.
That's what I heard. That's what I hear.
And we're just about ready for football. 30 seconds away from kickoff. The captains have taken the field. Kickoff in just a moment. Beautiful place Milton High School is. If you haven't been here before, it's kind of patterned after the University of Virginia as far as the campus goes. The football stadium is nothing to sneeze at either. Beautiful facility here.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome here. You can see why this is a school so well known. It's beautiful.
Pretty good turnout here at Milton. The home fans have come out tonight for senior night. North Forsyth traveled fairly well down here. It's about as far as we're going to have for a road game this year. Is that right, Jay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Other than maybe Pickens. Pickens may have been a little bit further, but nonetheless, we're about ready to kick off here. Boiso is going to tee it up at the 40-yard line.
As we begin the game, back deep to receive the kickoff, number 2, DJ Albright, and number 7,
Albright
Lucas Moore.
and Lucas Moore back deep for Milton. And Boiso ready to kick for the Raiders.
For the Raiders, number 19, Arthur Boiso.
And he's going to pooch kick it short. No fair catch made.
Short kick taken about the 32.
The middle linebacker, Stephen Michaels, fields the kickoff, and he's going to be knocked down about the 32-yard line.
Michaels.
That may be the only time this year Michaels has touched the ball.
Colin Blackwell.
Yeah, he didn't look like he knew what to do on that. He's going to catch it, he's going to let it go.
31-yard line, first down, Eagles.
A little surprised they didn't call a fair catch on that, but first play from scrimmage from Milton. Jordan Yates is the quarterback. And their top back is Solomon Van Horst. And the top receiver is a kid named Dash Hairston. It's kind of interesting. They have a wide receiver named Dash, and they have a running back named Van Horst. And I guess that's kind of sounds appropriate. And the first pass by Yates is
Jordan Yates
behind his receiver, Syer Waters.
Pass intended for number 4, Syer
And that'll
Waters.
bring up second down.
Well, good play to start off for the defense. If you think about it, against South, the first play, South ran that little reverse play and took it 77 yards on the first play. And then last week against West, we gave up the big kickoff return to start the game. So this is a good way to start, 2nd and 10 for the defense.
Until we had a flag right there, and it looks like the preliminary signal is going to be offsides against the Raiders. And that'll back them up 5. Giving them 3 yards. That's not how Coach Kraft wanted to start. Coach Dameron on the defensive side. They know that tonight they're going to win this ball game. They've got to eliminate mistakes and eliminate penalties.
Sure. Defensively, they've got to make some big plays and create turnovers. And offensively, we got to stop turning the ball over. Those are your keys right now.
A little bit of an inauspicious beginning for the Raiders. Trips to the right for Milton. Single setback is Van Horst. Yates is going to roll to his right-hand side. And he's going to find a man, and it's going to be 6-0. That is Syer Waters.
And pass is complete to number 4, Syer Waters.
He is going to go 64 yards
right sideline and in to score
for a Milton touchdown.
Well, that's not how we wanted to start off, but I tell you what, as Yates rolled out, he waited for the last second. They set a pick downfield. I don't know if you saw, there was definitely contact. And once he completed that pass, it was well designed. He waited for the right moment to throw it, and like you said, just like that, we're down 6-0.
And Jay, unless my eyes were deceiving me, it looked like there were 2 receivers right there in the same area, and they were both wide open. So he had his choice right there. And Syer Waters took it the distance, 64 yards. And for the point after, is going to be number 92, Hayden Hairston, and the kick is up, and it's good.
Point attempt is
and after 21 seconds of play, Milton has jumped out to a quick 7-0 lead.
11:39 on the clock here in the first quarter.
Coach, it seems like we've had a couple of games here where we've given up early touchdowns. If I remember correctly, Lambert scored on a double pass to open the game. South scored awfully quick. I don't remember the play that scored for them, but I know that they have.
Here to serve all of your business.
The defense has given up some quick strikes early.
They have, and
that's our gold sponsor.
As it's insanely loud up here. The offense now has the pressure on them to put points on the board, and what we've seen the last 2 weeks on offense is, gosh, we've only scored 2 touchdowns. We've kicked a lot of field goals. We've only scored 2 touchdowns. We've moved the ball, but we haven't put it in the end zone. They've sort of been pressured to make plays that they hadn't been making all year.
Back deep is Yao Perry and Bryson Trigg.
All the way into the end zone.
And Hairston kicks it out of the back of the end zone. So North will
20-yard line, first down,
start from scrimmage at their own 20-yard line. Ben Bales, obviously the leader under center, or back in shotgun, as it were. I believe he needs just over 300 yards in this ballgame to cross the 3,000-yard plateau for the season. And obviously for every yard he throws for this year, he's breaking an all-time season record for North. He has thrown for, Jay, you got it, go ahead.
2,696 yards, 22 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. But this time 2 weeks ago, it was only 6 interceptions.
So the defenses have adjusted to Bales, and the first carry goes to Trigg.
On the carry, number 28.
He's going to take it up the middle for about 5.
That's a good sign to see Trigg getting the ball early and getting some positive yardage. Also helps you got Perry back healthy tonight, too.
Gain of 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
They certainly missed him last week, that's for sure.
They did, but Jonathan Perez came in and did a good job.
underneath screen pass goes to Dalmolin, and for a minimal gain.
Bales pass.
He was knocked down by Dash Hairston, who's playing both ways.
Jordan, number 8.
Oh,
Perry.
Correction, that inside screen was to Perry.
Gain him about a yard. 3rd down, Eagles.
So 3rd down and 3 for North. They're going to fake that jet sweep, and they're going to do an inside handoff, and that goes to Trigg, and I believe he's a little short.
Yeah.
On the carry, number 28.
Yeah, they got him behind the line of scrimmage. That was great defensive pressure up front. And 4th down.
It's going to bring up a 4th down.
And so Robert Faulkner will be back into punt.
Correction, the 26-yard line.
Albright and
4th down.
Jack Rhodes, number 31, are back deep, twin safeties for Milton. And it looks like Milton may be setting up for a return here. Faulkner's kick doesn't quite get end over end, and there's going to be a loose ball. Let's see who's got it. At the 44-yard line for Milton. We wait on the official signal, and North Forsyth has the ball. Maybe that's the break that the Raiders need right there, Jay.
Listen, that's great. You get the offense back on the field. Defense gets to rest a little bit while longer. Offense gets a second chance. They need to establish a drive.
Boy, that was awfully close right there. That rule has changed over the years many times as to whether you can get too close or you can run by the guy or breathe on him or whatever the rule is, but that time apparently the official said there was no contact made. I believe it's just now contact, is it not?
I tell you what, that was a great punt by Faulkner and great coverage. Boy, that punt was higher than the lights, and he definitely had troubles getting it.
And Trigg busts one up the middle, and he's going to slip and fall about the 36-yard line, and Joseph Charleston was
tackle made by number 28,
the nearest
Joe Charleston.
Eagle defender.
That's a good sign for the Raider offense tonight. Trigg's got 3 carries. 2 of them are both 5 yards or longer. So
Milton runs a 3-3-5 stack defense. And going to fake a handoff. Bale's going to throw, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Ben Bale's pass intended for number 13.
Try to get it out to Cedric. Touchstone.
It's incomplete. Football spotted at the 38-yard line of the Eagles. 3rd down.
And here comes another quick 3rd down play. Quickly again, North is in 3rd down. We're going to give to Trigg, and they're going to stack him up behind the line. We knew this was going to be a difficult matchup. That's a big, strong team out there for Milton.
Lost about a yard.
And it looks like we're able to go
It'll bring up 4th down
on 1st, but we've had a hard time on 3rd. I believe I hear a bell ringing in the background. 9:06 to go in the 1st quarter.
This is 2-down territory. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it here if they don't get it.
And this is 4th down, Jay. Bale's pass is complete, and that's Tristan Howard, and we're going to be looking for a measurement.
Bale's pass complete.
And
to number 16, Tristan
he got
Howard.
it. 1st down. Tackle by number 8, Jordan Davis.
And it'll bring up a 1st down.
And
for the
just
Raiders
enough for North to be able to get a 1st down.
3-yard line.
Bale's going to fake a handoff, and he's going to pass, and let's see who's battle for the ball. Let's see who came up with it. North comes up with it. That was Touchstone. Nice battle
Bale's
out there.
Pass is complete to number 13, Cedric Touchstone.
That was Van Horst out there.
Number 2, DJ Albright.
Correction, that was Albright defending. And it looks like we may have a penalty against Milton. Or was that just a sideline warning right there, Jay?
You know what? I'm shuffling through the stats real quick. We're kind of discombobulated up here right now.
A little bit of a makeshift situation up here. And we're subbing. Didn't huddle right there, so I guess that's legal. North will go 4 wide. Bale's in the pistol. He's going to hand. And Trigg has the ball, and he's going to get stacked up and cleaned up right there by number 28.
Number 28, Bryson Trigg.
Joseph Charleston.
Trigg hit by 3 different Eagles. The last one to hit him.
And quickly another 3rd down situation.
Number 33, Price Towns on the tackle.
At least we got a good choice of music there. Bales again out of the pistol. In motion is Dalmolin. We'll go 4 wide again. And back is Bales. He's going to throw into double coverage, and it's going to be complete.
Wow.
And a great catch right there by
number 13,
Cedric Touchstone. Great concentration right there.
Great play. I'll tell you what, that looked like the Ben Bales that played against Lambert a couple weeks ago. Not what we've seen the last 2 weeks from the Raider offense. He threw that right on the money in between 2 people, and Touchstone made a great catch. Perfect timing route. If Milton's going to stay with this 3-5, that should open up the running game. But because there's so many defensive backs, Bales is going to have to make great throws like that because there were plenty of people there in coverage.
That's right. And so now we're going to be first and goal, ball spotted on the 4. Bale's going to roll to his right, and he's got in the back of the end zone. He's got Dalmolin, and it's dropped in the back of the end zone. That would have been a tough catch anyway, as he was tiptoeing along the back line.
Bales pass intended for number 5, Charlie Aiken.
Correction, that's Charlie Aiken.
Similar to our, so the pass is incomplete.
Similar to our perch that we had at Lambert, we are
for North Forsyth.
Probably about 50 feet from the moon here, Jay.
Yeah, definitely. From our perspective, there is no dark side of the moon right now.
There is none. Hand to Trigg, and he's going to get stacked up. Went big package right there. And he's going to get knocked down by Jordan Davis.
Tackled by number 2, DJ Albright.
And DJ Albright in on the play as well.
Football remains at the 4-yard line, and it's 3rd down.
And what is that, about 5 third down situations we've been in so far?
Just about.
And so in the pistol, here's Bales, and we got whistles. And the official on the far side, and we've got a flag down. And it's going to be encroachment against Milton, so we'll go half the distance here. This will move the ball to the
penalty called against the Eagles.
2-yard line, where North will have
move forward to the 2.
A little bit better position right here.
It'll remain 3rd.
Boy, how big would this be to be able to get a touchdown right here to answer Milton?
Well, what I'd love to see is, looks like what we may end up doing. We're going to go under center and hand it off.
Bales is going to hand, and it looks like Perry right there, and he's nearly in, and he got stacked up right there at the last second. Let's see what kind of spot he gets. He's probably not going to get much of anything.
Jordan Davis.
And it looks like North is going to take
number 28, Joe Charles.
Going to take the points here early in the ball game.
2-yard line.
Well, this is about an extra point for Boyzo. You make this kick, this will be his 10th field goal made for the season. He's had a great senior year. 19, but gosh, you hate to get the ball on the 1-yard line and not get a touchdown out of it.
And the point and the field goal is good.
It's 7-3 here at the Nest.
And with 6:03 to play in the first quarter, your score: Milton 7 and North Forsyth 3.
Fans, we'd like to thank our gold sponsor, Mandy Thompson. Mandy with Atlanta. Lucia's Italian.
Back live at the Nest, Milton High School.
Experience.
North has come down and struck for a field goal to answer Milton's first possession. North got a little bit of a break on that fumbled punt just a moment ago, but they were able to go the rest of the way.
Kickoff,
at least got down to the 2-yard line before they were stacked up, and Boyzo came on and kicked the field goal with 6:03 to go in the quarter.
Boyzo, the kicker.
Boyzo will kick again. And another pooch kick. And the ball's loose again. And it's going to go out of bounds. Milton does not look prepared for that short pooch kick, Jay.
No, they don't. And you know what? That's not like we haven't done that all year. So
you're saying watch some film.
Watch some film. That's right.
Milton.
I tell you, Boyzo does a great job of kicking it just above what we call the up backs, and then to the sidelines there. There's always a little confusion of who's supposed to catch it.
North will come up. They stack the line with 5, up in about a 5-2. Yates in shotgun. He's going to hand underneath. And
ball
that's
carrier number 3, Solomon Van Horst.
On the carry. He's going to get about 4. We'll call it second down and 6.
Gain of about 4 yards. It'll bring up second down at the Milton 33.
North doing some shifting at the line of scrimmage. Yates awaits the snap. And he's going to sling it out to the right-hand side. He's going to get stacked up. Waters on the reception. And he was going to get brought down by Carter Mulliken and Bryce Davis, both combining on the hit. So now Milton is going to see their first.
Yates pass complete to number 4, Cyan
Correction,
Waters.
they got a first down on that. So it'll be 1st and 10
Tackle
for
made
Milton.
by number 43, Robert Faulkner. Football moves forward to the 39. It's a first down for the Eagles.
So first down, Milton. And they're going to fake the jet sweep, and Yates is going to carry, and he's going to score. So a 61-yard touchdown
Yates sees the hole, hits
by
the hole.
Jordan Yates.
Scores a touchdown for Milton.
And another quick score for the Eagles.
Well, that's 2 big plays we saw, and I tell you what, everybody went for that jet sweep. They had a slot guy go in motion. Yates faked to him and took it right up the middle, and untouched. Nobody knew he had the ball until he was in the secondary.
A little bit late right there. Yates is not the fastest quarterback in the world, but he's certainly fast enough when he's past our secondary. He's going to be able to take that to the house.
Well, and I'll tell you what else. He's almost got, on that carry, he probably now has close to 600 yards rushing for the year. So he is a guy that's going to pull it and take it.
Well, that carry right there was good for 61, so that does put him over 600 yards. And that is his 7th touchdown rushing. So he may not be the fastest cat in the world, but he certainly can run the ball.
Well, he's a dual threat. He's going to have close to 2,000 yards total offense at the end of the year.
And part of the big reason why Milton is in 2nd place in Region 5. And with a win tonight, I believe they will clinch 2nd place. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
And if North is somehow able to come back tonight, rally for a victory, it would muddy the waters quite a bit, as you would have 3 teams locked in a 3-2 tie.
Q Barbecue. At Q, we have only one philosophy.
Just got a score a minute ago from
make it yummy. Homemade everything, y'all.
Twitter extraordinaire Paul Segrist. He says that South is up on West 7-0 early. And now Milton's going to go onside, and smartly, Carter Mulliken was up to field it.
But that was a great play by Mulliken. You always worry about those guys on the front line being asleep on the kickoff. He was ready for it. And look, that's great field position for North to get. So you got what you want. You got the ball close to midfield. You got a high-powered offense. Looks like Bales is pretty confident right now from the few passes that he's completed. Triggs getting some daylight running. This could be a shootout tonight. It's got all the makings of, as you've said many times before, a Big 12 game. So,
well, Jay, you got to kind of wonder right there. If you're Milton, Milton is heavily favored. They're the ones that are in 2nd place. They pretty much run over everybody they've played this year, with the exception of South Forsyth. You got to question the wisdom right there of going onside in a game, really, by rights, you should win.
Well, that's where probably watching too much film comes into play. They probably saw something on our front line that they thought they could get away with. They've got a pretty good kicker, and he just kicked it right to the front line. Fortunately for us, Mulliken was paying attention.
It was almost as if Coach Kraft and the staff had known to put Mulliken up there, and we've got a flag already, and it's going to be a substitution infraction against the Raiders. And so that will partially nullify what was a good first down gain by the Raiders, back them up to just inside midfield, right about the Milton 49. Nose of the ball is actually on the Milton 49.
Charged against the Raiders, backs them up.
And North will go power I right here. Going to fake a jet sweep to Yao, and going to hand it to Trigg, and Trigg's helmet comes off, so he'll have to come off the field for a play. It's good to see Bryson playing this week. He got his bell rung pretty good last week against
He did, and he's had a tough time, and the running game has had sort of a tough time. When we played South Forsyth, Trigg had 771 yards rushing. He's only got 100 yards in the last 2 weeks combined.
That's combined, yeah. And so Bales will go shotgun here. And the snap to Bales. And he's got a man open. Man fell down, and he's got up about the 31-yard line. That's Nicky Dalmolin.
Complete to number 8, Yaw Perry.
Correction, that's Perry. Perry doing some more route running than we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing
9, Nicky
it was Dalmolin.
Tackle made by number 43, Juan Uribe.
You gotta know not to trust the PA guy. That PA guy never knows anything, does he?
No. Not the one I know.
Not the one we know at North
that
Forsyth,
last play was a great play by Bales, a big 20-plus yard pass play there. He read the coverage, saw a guy wide open, and made a great play. And on this one, he wisely threw it away. Got a late flag, too.
Well, if I remember correctly, Jay, I don't believe they have the out of the pocket, you can throw the ball away rule without penalty. I believe it's going to be intentional grounding, if I remember correctly. Which, I guess if that rule was put in for player safety, I'm wondering why that rule isn't in high school football. Come on, GHSA, what are we doing over there? So I'm hearing this will be intentional grounding. Let's get confirmation. And it's all right. I got to tell you, I don't know what that one was. Okay. It looked as if he signaled illegal man downfield. I'm not sure how that could be against Milton.
Grounding penalty.
But I suppose by rule, intentional grounding is going to supersede the Milton penalty, and that's why it's going to be the mark off against North.
Right.
So
looks like they declined one penalty and took the other.
So maybe the illegal man downfield was actually against North, and they declined that.
Okay. Right. He just pointed the wrong way.
Football is going to be spotted at the 43-yard line of the Eagles.
And so what was once good, really, really good field position, they've backed him up close to midfield. Bales will take the snap. And he doesn't like what he sees, so he takes a look over at Coach Kraft.
Great spot to run a draw play right here, where the linebackers are about 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Bales' pocket collapses, and he is going to get knocked down about his own 43-yard line.
Backfield by number 5.
And that's a couple of times, Jay, that Ben's gotten hit hard.
Yeah, he's taken a beating the last couple of weeks, but I tell you what, when you're playing against a 3-5-3, you look at what they're doing. They blitzed 3 linemen. We've got 5 offensive linemen blocking their 3 guys. We got to do a better job up front.
So this will be 3rd down and 30. I think you're going to get your draw play right here. And we do handoff right here to Trigg, and the ball comes loose. And there's a scramble. It looks like we fell on it. About the 45-yard line.
The play recovered by the Raiders, number 13, Cedric Touchstone.
And with about 2:30 to go in the first quarter, not exactly the start North wanted to get onto. Had a shot right there to tie things up. Came away with a field goal, and two enormous plays, long plays, have so far done us in. Faulkner will come in to punt.
4th down, Raiders.
Snaps a little bit low. Faulkner recovers. He's going to get a nice punt, which will be fair caught about the 20, and it's lost again, and North's going to fall on it. And another fumble on the punt.
Fumble on the return, recovered
and
by
North has
4.
the ball.
I'll tell you, Faulkner did a great job getting the snap off the ground and really punting it straight down the field. Great punt, great hang time. Cover team gets down there to make the play. The cover team is sprinting their butts off to get down there to get in that guy's face.
And not entirely sure what the problem was right there. It looked like it'd be not a whole lot of duress on the return man.
No, he just dropped it. He dropped it because there were 4 North guys there in his face.
You know, Milton has made their share of mistakes in the ball game. If this is a team that really thinks they're going to be able to make a championship run, as I look at the Max Prep stats,
they got to sew up their special teams, is what it looks like right now.
That's right. Max Preps actually has Milton ranked as the number 25 team in all classifications, and so they've got to play better than that themselves if they intend to make a run. And North has got to clean things up if they intend to do any damage tonight or going forward.
Yaw
Perry on the carry right there.
Well, you got another great opportunity to get a touchdown here and cut it to 14-10. You got great field position.
Football at the
plenty of offensive weapons. Let's just got to make a play.
Second down.
90 seconds to go here in the first. Snap to Bales. He's going to hand. Nice cut out. A couple of cuts right there by Perry. And we got another flag down. And another late flag.
On the carry.
Yaw Perry
couple of flags
got down to about the 19.
Tackle made by number 22, Brendan McNeely.
And McNeely in on the tackle. We're going to have holding against the Raiders.
Offsetting penalties, holding penalty charged against the Raiders.
All right, so there was a penalty against Milton as well.
Personal foul charged against the Eagles.
Offset.
Well, that's a great break for the Raiders.
Football's at the 20.
That would have completely knocked us out of field goal range. Not that you're thinking field goal on second down, but that would have been leading to third down or no, that would have been second and long. So.
Sure. It does change your play selection if you get a penalty and you lose a big chunk of yardage like that.
That's right. North certainly needs to come away with points on this possession. Referee winds the clock. 1:10 to go here in the first. Perry goes in motion, and they're going to hand right up the middle to Trigg. And he got tripped up right there at the line of scrimmage.
Trigg. Tackle made by number 33, Price Towns.
Towns in on the tackle.
Also in on the tackle, number 8, Jordan Davis.
Jay, we came to Milton High School and an AC/DC concert broke out.
I'm thunderstruck by all this loud noise, Jack.
Bale's going to fake a handoff, and he's going to throw over the top.
Pass.
And it's complete. About the 5-yard line. And it looked like touchstone there on the correction. That's Tristan Howard. So Howard makes the catch. Gets knocked down about the 5, and here we are, first and goal again.
I like it. He was wide open in the middle, made a good catch, and took it downfield. First and goal. Let's see if they go back to the run.
We've got 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And we're going to hand it to Trigg. Trigg's going to take it up the middle, and he is just short of the goal line. We're going to get a flag.
Ball carry is in the end zone.
Looked like the umpire threw the flag from behind the play.
Flag on the play.
Preliminary signal looks to be holding. And this could be a crushing penalty if it is indeed holding against the Raiders. Let's see. We await the signal. And it is indeed holding against North Forsyth.
A holding penalty charged against the Raiders.
And that's going to back us out to
the spot of the foul. Football at the 11-yard line.
About the 11-yard line.
We'll replay first down.
And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Your final play of the quarter, your score, as we go to the end of the first. Milton 14, North Forsyth 3, with North right at the doorstep. We'll take a break.
Scores 14-3.
And we'll be back after these messages from your sponsor on the Raiders Sports Network. Back live at the Nest. Glad you're along with us, Raider Sports Network. Jay Glimpf, Jack Sarfati, spotters extraordinaire, Trey Glimpf, Katie Sarfati, and Paul Segrist, the man, the myth, the legend. the Hardee's Collector Cup.
First down at the 11.
First and goal. Ball spotted at the 11-yard line, and we are going to run the jet sweep. That's Perry, and Yao is going to get stacked up about the 7. He got about 4 yards.
Short little pass, caught by number 8, Yaw Perry.
Going to get knocked down by number 33, Bryce Towns.
I like the call. You got to start going towards the boundary. They've ran that play too many times and never given it to the jet guy. So it's good to keep Milton honest there. That might open up pass plays later on in the middle.
Got to talk to Coach Kraft today in the Raider cafeteria. And that pass is in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Raiders! Tristan Howard on the 7-yard reception from Ben Bales. And all of a sudden, North Forsyth pretty well dominated in the first quarter. They strike quickly here in the second and about to turn things around.
Great route, great pass. Boy, Bales threw that on a rope.
Number 19, Arthur Boiso.
And just like that, we're going to be back in this game.
And as I was going to say a second ago, I got to talk to Coach Kraft today in the Raider Cafe.
And it's 14-10.
The Raider Cafe patrolled by one Kay Tidwell. And Kay Tidwell, by the way, Coach Glimpf, went to high school at
Parkview.
Milton High School.
Oh, I don't know.
So that's a little bit of trivia right there. Try to mix it together.
All right, when you're giving me trivia, you don't set me up like that.
Is also a proud Milton mom.
Nonetheless, Coach Kraft said he wanted to try to mix things up a little bit. He was going to try to ground and pound to start with, and then we thought we would see a little bit of doing some quick stuff around in, and right there it held true. We've been pounding for most of the quarter. Broke off a couple of nice runs in midfield. When we got toward the end zone, things got a little bit tighter. Went a little jet sweep right there with Perry, and then we finish it off with a pass right over the middle to Tristan Howard. And North Forsyth is back in business. So let's see if Boiso's going to try to do the pooch kick here. And he is. He's going to pooch it to this side over here. And it looked like Michaels again on the reception.
The last 3 weeks, Lambert, South, and then last week against West, the North Forsyth kickoff cover team we've given up consecutive games of big kickoff returns. So I would imagine that's why they're doing these pooch kicks now. They'd rather give it to them at the 30 and let them go 70 yards than kick it deep and have them running back to midfield or worse.
Yeah, I remember distinctly having one drive start right there at midfield for West Forsyth last week, and against a good team like that and a good team like this tonight with Milton, you can't give away free yards. So here's Milton, another pistol formation. Van Horst is back there in the backfield with Yates, and the handoff is going to go to Van Horst. And he's going to take it around the right-hand side. He's going to get stacked up about the 37-yard line.
Van Horst.
And he's going to be brought down by
Carter
Mulliken, and Bryce Davis was in on the play as well. And that's a little too much right there. He got 6 yards right there. Milton will take that all day long.
Absolutely, and it keeps our offense off the field.
And they're going to give to Van Horst around the left side, and he's going to break a tackle. And finally wrapped up there.
Van Horst again on the carry, nearly breaks it.
About the 40-yard line, and we've got a man down for
number 43, Robert Faulkner.
North Forsyth, and I believe that's Faulkner who made the tackle. And I believe he is the injured Raider.
Well, Coach Faulkner's having a great year.
Well, I believe we're going to go to a quick timeout to tend to the injured Raider. We'll be back on the Raider Sports Network. And we're back live at Milton. And the training staff for North Forsyth is on the field tending to Robert Faulkner. And it looked like as he was trying to get the tackle on Van Horst, trying to get a shoestring tackle, it looked like I hate to speculate. I have no idea exactly what's hurt. It looked like an upper body injury. We can say that much. Paul Segrist, what do you got on scores? And Paul gives us with the second quarter score. We got Lambert 7 and Forsyth Central nothing. And at the end of the first, South leads West 7-0.
Injured player is number 43. He made the tackle. Robert Faulkner.
And Faulkner is up and he's off on his own power.
Walking off under his own power. It's always a good sign.
Jay, I believe it's always a good sign when the injured player can get up and walk off on his own side. We'll give a shout out to
Eagle 41-yard line.
Scott Beard listening at home tonight. He's a bass fishing coach extraordinaire. I believe he's a state champion bass fishing coach, is he not, Coach Glenn?
Two-time.
Oh, don't want to cheat him. Van Horst going to go around the right-hand side. He's got a hole, and Davis is going to make a tackle.
Solomon Van Horst on the carry.
I'll tell you what, you hate to lose Faulkner tonight for the rest of the game. He's been outstanding punting. We've seen his 2 punts get fumbled by Milton. Also, he's got 57 tackles on the year. He's been a force on the defense. One of the more steady, consistent guys we've got. Again, you hate to lose him. Hope he's all right.
Well, let's hope he's all right. We'll have him back. You're right. The first thing you notice about what Robert's done tonight has been those great punts. Van Horst's going to break one loose, and he's going to get slammed to the ground. Look like
on the carry. He's a senior.
He's a senior, but he's going to pay for that one.
About 5 yards.
He'll feel that one tomorrow.
Tackle made by number 4, Honus Wagner.
Wagner in on the tackle.
Also number 33, Chase Johnson on the tackle. 2nd and 5, Milton.
So another 5-yard pickup on first down for Milton, and it'll be 2nd and 5. Yates takes a snap. Van Horst on the carry, and he's going to get 5 more, and he's going to be close to another Eagle first down.
Van Horst on the carry.
Milton's got
tackle made by number 35.
Man slow getting
John
up. That's
Allen
Devontae Jordan. Devontae 6'3", 280. Well, I'll tell you what, when he goes down, you feel it.
Absolutely.
3rd and short here from Milton. North could use a stop right here. Yates takes a look in the North secondary. He doesn't like what he sees, so he takes a look over at Coach Clack. And snapping a whistle, and I believe we got a timeout for Milton. So we got a timeout with 8:46 to go in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout with them. Timeout with a score, 14-10, Milton. Back after these messages.
Vance Williams and Williams Law Firm is a diamond sponsor. Off from Milton students. Aurora Cineplex, your family fun destination located in Roswell.
And we got 3rd down and short. Boy, North could use a stop right here. Yates going to sling it out to the outside. His receiver wasn't looking. That was intended
surprised they wanted to throw the ball on that. They've had a lot of success running the ball. It was 3rd and short.
It'll bring up 4th down.
Jay, doesn't look like the offense is coming off the field. This may be one of these in-between areas. A little too far for a field goal, but a little too short to punt. Milton's going to go trips out to the right. And going to go shotgun here. Yates going to roll to his right-hand side. He's got a man wide open. And that reception is by
Yates pass complete to number
Dakota
21,
Warfield.
Dakota Warfield.
And Bryce Davis in
Dakota
on
knocked out
the
of bounds
hit.
by number 24, Bryce Davis.
But that was plenty enough for a
Also
first
defending
down,
John
and it
Allen
extends the
Whitaker of
drive.
Raiders.
Well, and again, what they like to do is they like to
21-yard
roll
line.
out and run those pick plays.
That's going to bring up a Milton Eagle first down.
And if you don't know what the pick play is, think the national championship game, Clemson and Alabama, and how they got Hunter Renfrow open against Alabama. They basically push our defensive backs away, and the receiver runs underneath and is open.
Yates going to hand, and Van Horst, they had a shot at getting him
Van
back
Horst on the carry.
about the 24-yard line, but he scored
He's
through
across
and
the
made it up
20-yard
to about
line. Tackle made by number 51,
19.
Cade Jensen.
Cade Jensen in on the tackle. That's a senior.
The thing that stands out about Milton right now is
19-yard
that
line.
they're not. It's going to take more than one guy to tackle their skill players. They're not going down on with one person trying to tackle them.
Two receiver set here for Milton. They go in motion. Van Horst carries, and he's not afraid of contact
Solomon
at all.
Van Horst on the carry. Down to around the 17-yard
He
line.
gets about 2 yards on the
Tackle
play,
made by number 6, Evan Johnson.
and that was Evan Johnson in on the hit.
Third down, Milton.
Milton 7-2 overall, 3-1 in region play. And with a win tonight, they would seal second place in Region 5. And now third and about as long as we've had. This looks to be about 3rd down and 7. A little bit of motion. They're going to go 5 wide here. Yates carries, and he's going to throw off his back foot to a wide open tight end. That is number 81, Kevin Murphy.
Yates pass is complete to number
And
81,
another Milton
senior
touchdown.
Kevin Murphy. It's good for a Milton Eagle touchdown.
So Milton strikes from 21 yards away. Correction, that was 17 yards away, but nonetheless a touchdown. And North Forsyth is an eyelash from being behind, 21-10.
Nice job by the holder and the kicker there. That's Will Kersey. And the kickers. Hayden Hairston, kick is good. Scores 21-10.
And with 7:20 to go in the
7:20
first
left in the
half, Milton extends the lead.
Well, in that touchdown
Continue
play,
to recognize and thank our silver sponsors.
they put people out. They lined up like they were going to be in a power
Kitchen is one
formation
of them.
running,
Couch Construction.
and they put people out wide.
Roughhouse,
Somebody went
Property
down the middle. The
Orthodontics.
tight end went down the
You can
middle,
develop a
uncovered.
smile that's beautiful, natural looking, and healthy. And Colitz Construction.
And not only does
Colitz
Milton
Construction
have,
is your full service
looks like the
commercial,
horses, they
residential,
also have some
basement, bathroom, and
great
kitchen remodel,
creativity on the
celebrating
offensive side.
Over 25 years in Milton.
Yates is 4 for 6, 111 passing yards.
Jay, I believe you got some stats over there.
Yes, Coach Glimp Jr. just told me that Yates right now is 4 out of 6 for about 110 yards.
And so Milton will kick off. Back deep is Perry and Trigg, and this one is going to go into the middle of the end zone, which is an automatic
Hairston
touchback.
kick. It's a line drive into the end zone for another touchback.
And so North will start from scrimmage
So
at the
important
20-yard
in this
line.
game. Football spotted at the 20-yard line.
Well, this is the worst field position North
First
has
down,
had.
Raiders.
So let's see what Coach Kraft has up his sleeve here. North does have that offense that can strike at any moment. And they're going to go 4 wide. And they're going to give on a draw play right there to Yaw Perry. And Perry's going to break a tackle. He's going to break another tackle. And here goes Yao. Yao's got a chance. And he's going to get wrapped up and knocked out of bounds about the
Ball carrier
49-yard line.
tacklers.
And a
That's
great
number 8,
run by
Yaw
Perry.
Perry.
Boy, did they miss him last week. Glad to have him
Finally
back for this
tackled by
ball
number
game.
24.
Tell you
Will
what, that was a
Mercy.
lot of determination on Perry's part. He had a couple spin moves. He
Ball
carried a
all the
couple
way down
people.
to the 49
He's got
yard
great
line of the
speed in the
Raiders.
open field. That's
First
somebody
down.
that we definitely need to get the ball to.
So first down and 10 for North. They quickly flip the field, and they're going to start. And now they'll have the ball on the Milton side of the field after a gain of 3. And that is Jonathan Perez, who did a nice job last week filling in the remainder of the game for an injured Bryson Trigg.
Jonathan Perez.
He did, and Perez is another guy that's strong and has great speed in the open field. We're fortunate to have 3 backs that we can use. And we're fortunate that all 3 are healthy enough to play tonight.
So empty backfield right here for North. Bale's going to look, going to throw over the middle into double coverage. Let's see, did Howard make the play? I believe he did, Jay. And he did. Tristan Howard, what a great catch. And what a laser-focused pass right there. I thought that was a crazy decision by Bales.
Yeah, there were 3 guys there that weren't ours, but Howard made a great diving catch for it. And look, that's the kind of play that the offense has got to make in order for us to get back in this game and have a chance to win.
Raiders.
Jay, you think it makes a difference right there having 2 seniors on that connection?
Sure, they've been playing together for a long time, so you know, Bales has completed a lot of passes.
Going to fake that jet sweep to Perry, and we're going to give to Trigg, and he's going to get stacked up about the 23-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 3. Those are 3 tough yards right there for Trigg.
Number 46, Justin Blanks.
He broke off a couple of runs about 8 to 10 yards earlier, but now those yards are getting harder to come by.
Well, and they will be because Milton's going to have to make a decision on what it is they want to stop. Are they good enough to stop both the pass and the run?
Fake the handoff, going to throw in the end zone, and that ball is going to be broken up. It was intended, looks like Charlie Aiken down there in the end zone. And a nice play down there by Dakota Warfield, breaking it up.
Intended for number 5, Charlie Aiken. Pass broken up by number 7, Lucas Moore.
They're going to say Moore was in on the pass breakup right there.
Right there. I mean, that's double coverage though, because again, when you're playing that many people in the secondary, you know, there's going to be 2 people there on that deep route. That's how they're playing it.
Big third down here for the Raiders. And they are going to hand, and Trigg's got it, and Trigg's breaking loose, and he's going to get down to about the 9-yard line. What a great run right there by Bryson Trigg. I guess looked like they caught Milton off guard there a little bit.
Well, Milton was coming in with a blitz on that. They had 4 guys on the line of scrimmage. They sent all of them, and on the draw play, Trigg went right by him. That's always a good call on third down against a team that's playing 3 down linemen, but particularly on this one with 4.
First and goal from the 8. Bale's pass is going to get broken up.
Bale's pass is incomplete.
And batted away. They tried that little over-the-top pass right there, that little quick.
Breaking up the pass, number 44, George Coyle.
Quick pass right there over the middle.
All right,
scored on it earlier.
Shades of the last 2 weeks. We got to get down here and score points. That was almost an interception. It's the stuff that we've seen too much that's taken us out of a chance to win these last couple of weeks.
No, you're right about that, Jay. We've seen that 2 or 3 times this year where you got a chance to get within 1 score or perhaps even take a lead, and we've had a fatal turnover that completely flips the game. Can't have that happen right here, down 11. Bales with it. He's going to keep, and he's going to get stacked up. There's going to be no gain on this one.
Quarterback Ben Bales on the keeper.
Milton did a nice job of playing that one. That was the run-pass option.
Taken down by number 8, Jordan Davis, and number 44, George Coyle.
And we'll let you enjoy the sweet sounds of AC/DC right here as we get ready for third down. 4:25 to go in the half. North down by 11. Third down and goal. Ball spotted at the 8. Bale's going to look over to Coach Kraft for possible change at the play. Bales looks. He's going to throw in the end zone, and he has a man, and he's going to get a flag thrown in the end zone.
Bales' pass is incomplete.
Ball was intended for Nicky Dalmolin, but it was double coverage, but a little too tight a coverage as they're going to get a pass interference against the Eagles.
Yeah, it looked like they had him by the jersey and pulled him down. He had no chance to catch that. And again, on the outside, there's 2 guys there. So when Bales threw it, that was not one-on-one coverage. There were 2 people there.
And they know down deep they're going to try to get to the biggest receiver here, Dalmolin. And that's going to be half the distance penalty, I believe.
It's third down, Milton.
And it's third down, not an automatic first down on pass interference. And we're going to get a timeout for the Raiders on this big third down play.
Timeout, Raiders.
And the clock is running down there for some reason. Now, I don't know if anybody knows the clock's running.
Recognize and thank our bronze sponsors.
And they pick it up now.
They include
Well, no, they don't. The
vintage
referee
pizza,
sees it.
850 bar pizza, Cooks.
Jay, they ran
Run-On,
about 10 seconds, 10, 11 seconds off right there.
Indigo, Planet Fitness, and One Life Fitness. Thanks to all of our bronze sponsors all year long.
So on this big third down play, North Forsyth takes time out. They're going to go to the sideline, talk it over. And I'm with you, Jay. They got to have a touchdown on this, no field goals.
Tonight's game is provided by Carly Holcomb and Derek Gaffney from Northside Hospital, a Diamond Eagle sponsor. Northside is the healthcare partner of choice for Milton High School and the Milton Athletics Association. Northside wishes all.
If they don't get a touchdown here, I definitely think they should still kick the field goal. That puts it at 21-13, and you're only down 8.
Still a one-score game.
Yeah, we'd love to get a touchdown out of this, but you know, again, points are points. And Jack, rock and roll is not noise pollution. Neither are touchdowns.
I have no response. Bale's going to hand, and the third down carry goes to
on the third down play,
Trigg.
Number 28, the ball carrier. That's Bryson Trigg.
And a very conservative call right here with 4 minutes to go in the half.
Simply the best. And number 44, George Coyle. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And on to kick the field goal will be Arthur Boiseau. Crowd rising over here on the Milton side, and Boiseau's kick is up. And he missed it. Oh, a missed field goal right
Boiseau's
there.
Field goal attempt is good. It's 21 to.
Boy, there is confusion all over the
That
place.
kick
We
is
got
no
clocks
good.
running. We got somebody thinking it's
21
good.
to 10.
The PA guy thinks it's good. The official says no good, and unfortunately his opinion is the only one that matters. And on that missed field goal, it will bring the ball back out to the 20-yard line, and that's where Milton is going to take over.
That's huge. That's a huge change in momentum.
Sponsor, Alpharetta Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Now the defense has to respond. Now we got to make a play.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, Boiseau hadn't missed many this year. I don't have it in front of me, but it seems like he's only missed 2 or 3 field goals. That has to be a second or third miss all year.
That right there, he was 10 out of 13 before that kick.
Good grief.
But
you know what, Jay? I think if he would have fumbled right there, you know what we would have had right there? The backside fumble, I believe it is.
Tackle made by number 22.
That's what it looked like.
Jean-Pierre Descoux.
Takes us back to
Mark Sanchez.
Shades of Mark Sanchez with the Jets. So we got trips to the left for Milton. Let's see how Milton wants to play this up 11 now with clock running under 3 minutes. A snap to Yates. And a pass down the sideline, and thank goodness he fell down.
Wow, if he had led him on that play, 3 would have taken it a long way.
That was Van Horst coming out of the backfield. But he had nothing but green grass in front of him, or green turf in front of him.
And that could be shades of having an injury on your defense and having to put in lesser experienced guys. When that running back's in the backfield and he goes downfield, somebody's responsible for him.
That's a linebacker, and that could be Faulkner's spot right there they're having to make up for. Nice hit in the backfield.
Great play. Great play by 48.
Van Horst on the carry. No gain on the play. Tackle made by number 48, Jack Tucker. And it's second down.
Jack Tucker on the tackle. That's not a name we've called very much this season.
No, and going back to the missed field goal by Boiseau, the officials took a long time to determine whether or not that was in or not.
Yates is going to pass a little slant over the middle, and it looks like it's complete. And a nice catch right there by El Fuego Garcia.
Jordan Yates pass.
Correction, that's
Ulyric
Linton. They have
made by number 3,
2 number 1s on the team. That was a 6'3" senior. And first down for Milton, 1:49 to go in the first. A fumble on the snap, and Van Horst is quick to fall on it.
Fumble on the snap, recovered by number 3.
But the loss is going to bring Milton back to their 43-yard line.
Well, that's definitely a break for North.
6 yards.
But Milton looks comfortable pretty much doing whatever they want, running or throwing.
Line, second down, Milton.
Boy, North could use a turnover right here. Yates back. going to pass down the left-hand side. And a great catch by Van Horst. And he's going to break 2 tackles and score a touchdown. So what looked like a great defensive play right there ends up being a great catch by Van Horst.
Number 3, Solomon Van Horst.
And Van Horst is going to go 51 yards.
Fending off tacklers and all the way to the end zone for a Milton Eagle. Touchdown!
A third play in excess of 50 yards for Milton. And according to the flag guys down on the sideline, Milto scores to make it 27-10.
Hairston on to attempt the extra point.
I don't know if the camera guy's got to look at that. The guy's running down on the sideline down there.
That extra point is good.
Milton with an N at the end of it. The N fell off the flag, so it was Milto.
Left in the first half of play.
Milton, it doesn't matter. They're hammering North Forsyth now. 1:13 to go. First half, Milton scores to make it 28-10. And all of a sudden, that missed field goal with an opportunity to make the score 21-13 now turns into a 28-10 ball game. Jay, it feels just like the turnovers that have hurt us at inopportune times in the past 3 weeks. That felt just like one of them.
Well,
Ceviche is the premier.
Definitely turnovers, definitely not making plays when you got an opportunity. Milton the guy made a great catch, and then we couldn't get him out of bounds. He ended up running it in. We got to finish plays. We've got to. Even if we lose tonight, we are a playoff team. But you know what? I mean, there are times where you got to start making some plays against the better competition. We played some good teams these last couple of weeks, but and you know, honestly, I feel like we're every bit as good as everybody we've played the last 3 weeks. We just got to get out and prove it.
And that kick is going to go into the middle of the end zone.
Third touchback in the game.
And will be brought back for a touchback.
Football is going to be spotted at the 20-yard line.
North will take over at the 20-yard line.
The Raiders.
73 seconds left to go in the first half.
North Forsyth.
Jay, how do you play this? Down 18. You need a score just to get back in the ball game, but you don't want to take a chance and really crush yourself right here with a turnover.
Well, you don't have to change anything that you do. You need a score. You should be aggressive. You got nothing to lose.
And we're going to hand to Trigg, and he's going to get a couple yards before he gets stacked up there.
And not only that, a big play or a great drive in this last 52 seconds can do nothing but build confidence for an offense that probably isn't operating with a ton of confidence right now.
Second down and 8. Inside handoff again. This is Trigg, and he's going to get a couple more. Clock ticks, and we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout here.
On the carry.
No timeout. Clock still running.
Short gain on the play.
Just over 30 seconds left to play here in the first half.
We do get the ball back in the second half.
About 26 seconds left in this half. Fans hope you'll visit the Milton concession stand at halftime. The lines are short. Now's the time to head that way.
I hope everybody heard that at home. The lines are short here for
concession stand food here at Milton.
Delicious Chick-fil-A.
If you happen to be driving by and you want to stop in for some good concession stand food, the lines are short. And that'll be the last play of the first half. And
Clock
the first half,
score
mercifully comes to an end for the Raiders.
North Forsyth 10.
As they have gotten shellacked here in half number 1. So we're going to take a break. We've got a 20-minute break. The time here at Milton is 8:30 p.m. We will check back in probably about 8:50 p.m. where we'll pick up third quarter action. So we'll leave you here for about 20 minutes and back at 8:50 p.m. Check back in on the Raider Sports Network.
Color guard captains are Stephanie Wilcher, Leslie Fox, Yvonne Rangel. This year's band president is Caitlin Petros, and vice president is Megan David. This year's leadership and logistic team members include Chloe Carter, Brianna Deere, Melly Gilligan, Megan David, Maddie Maurer, Megan Mitchell, Sean Devlin, Ben Podrajanski, Jacob Markfort, Patrick Nugent, Andrew Lang, Luke Marin, Caitlin Petros, Hannah Bettinger, Nima Nwauzo, Marty Wolf, Greg Hicks, Jackson Y. Sucky, Robert Davidson, Eric English, Aiden Marshall, Lance Steckschulte, Sebastian Moneyron, Andrew Buck, Priya Dogra, Smiradal, Anna Bukowski, Julia Cotton, Max Gow, Riley Jones, Justin Kremer, Corey Mitchell, and Zach Pedowitz. The band is pleased to perform their 2017 competition production entitled The Tipping Point. Durham Majors, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 Milton Marching Band.
The tipping point is the biography of an idea, and the idea is very simple. It's that magic moment when an idea, trend, or social behavior crosses a threshold, tips, and spreads like wildfire. To begin turning an idea into one contagious movement, you must first create many small movements. bring a fundamental change in people's beliefs and behavior, you need to create a community where those ideas may be practiced, expressed, and nurtured. In the end, tipping points are a reaffirmation of the potential for change and the power of action. The slightest push in just the right place, it can be tipped.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 Milton High School Marching Band. Staff for the marching band includes Holly Brooks, Sam Hutcherson, Quentin Okiyama, Sean Oram, Bud Bowlesby, Tim Varenhorst, and Ryan Lopez. Assistant band director is John Herndon, and Director of Bands is Chris Shumick.
Tethered.
And we're back live at Milton High School, the Nest, down here in beautiful Milton, Georgia. We've got a special guest with us. Remember earlier we had mentioned a famous alumni from Milton High School, one Kay Tidwell, the czar of the cafeteria at North Forsyth.
I said Parkview. I thought it was
14-7 in the second
No, Milton.
I said her up. I said
Jay
Jay
up.
up. Well, we have another famous alumni of Milton High School.
14, West Forsyth,
Teacher
0.
of the Year, former Teacher of the Year at North Forsyth High School, John Major.
That's
welcome
South,
up here with us.
West,
Thanks, Coach.
0.
I appreciate it. It's great to be here. It's always fun to be at Milton High School, even though this isn't the exact Milton I attended. I went to the one that was in downtown Alpharetta, but this beautiful new campus here in Milton, Georgia is quite impressive, and it's nice to be here with you guys.
Well, it's great to have you along. What do you think so far of the first half of the ball game?
Well, it looked like the Raiders did a pretty good job moving the ball in spots, and obviously they had some success in the special teams. But it looks like we got a lot of work ahead of us on defense. Looks like that Milton offense is pretty strong.
Lots of weapons. What do you say, Jay?
Well, first half we've got Bales. He's 10 out of 17 for 101 yards and a touchdown. To counter that, Yates for Milton is 6 out of 9 for. Looks like 197 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Van Horst has 10 carries for 37 yards and a receiving touchdown. Trigg has 14 carries for 45 yards right now.
Well, we knew the weapons for Milton were going to be on display tonight, and in the famous words of Denny Green, they are who we thought they were, and they have come out and they have done their job. John, tell us a story a second ago. You shared a story with us downstairs.
Yeah.
About Northwest Middle School. Tell us about it.
Northwestern Middle School is adjacent here to Milton High School, and my wife happens to teach at Northwestern. But the interesting story is that my grandparents once owned the land where most of Northwestern Middle School sits. So my wife actually used to park under a pecan tree that I played in as a child. So the roots here in Alpharetta and Milton are quite deep, and so for me this is a special place.
Speaking of roots being deep, that tree still standing over there?
It is. In fact, they pick up the pecans from it every fall. I think the folks over there were gathering them just last week.
John, is it pecan or is it pecan around here in Milton?
It's a pecan because a pecan is something else.
And we'll leave it at that. That sounds great. So, Jay, what do you got for keys to the second half here? Where you said, I think you mentioned earlier we're going to get the ball to start the second half. What do you think we need to do to get rolling?
First off, I'd like to say that it's awesome to be up here. The North Forsyth Social Studies Department is rocking it with two former
teachers of the year. Absolutely right.
Thank you. All right. Second half.
How could I have forgotten that?
Second half.
High School football would like to
the simple thing is North's got to score. They have to stop. How many times have we seen them get inside the other team's 5-yard line and come away with no points? I mean, I know it sounds simple. We need to score points. We got to. We've got to stop driving the ball on the other team and not getting any points. The second thing is, just like with special teams and the turnovers, we got to get more and we got to get points off of them. North is a playoff team, and we want to see them play like one because next week the opponent is
more than likely going to be North Gwinnett if things don't turn around here quickly.
Absolutely, and if we don't play any better than what we're doing right now, North Gwinnett is going to have a field day. So we need to get going against quality opponents.
And I believe you mentioned a minute ago,
Mondo Italian
Jay,
Kitchen,
being a playoff team, talking about some of the other teams in our region.
Rough House.
We've got scores at halftime. Lambert leads Forsyth Central 14-6.
Smile that's beautiful, natural looking, and healthy.
South Forsyth leads West Forsyth 14-0. And if they go ahead and win that one, they will be region champions.
Bathrooms and kitchens.
And then it will be a battle for second place between Milton and West if Milton were to hold on here. And I believe Milton is the second place finisher should they win tonight.
Now
West
our
would be third.
Sponsors.
And then
Coming
in fourth in the region would be North Forsyth. They're going to be on a little bit of a losing streak here to go into the playoffs. But all in all, much improved year over last year.
Another great season here at the
against a tough region. So we await the teams coming back on the field here to start the second half. As we mentioned, North will receive. John, you want to stick around, help us out a little bit tonight?
I'll tell you what, I'll stay through the next drive, and then I'm going to head out and enjoy my wife downstairs.
So, John, John's got some babies to kiss and hands to shake.
Absolutely.
The mayor of Milton.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Milton has done just about everything right here in the first half, as indicated on the scoreboard, 28-10. And as Jay mentioned a minute ago, North is going to have to eliminate some of these mistakes. Perry going to catch the ball in the end zone, but he was too far in. It's going to be
the end zone for the 4th Milton touchback of the evening.
It's going to be a touchback.
Football comes
Milton.
out to the 20-yard line. First down, Raiders.
I don't want to interrupt the PA announcer here at Milton. In case you're just tuning in, we are probably 20 feet from the loudest speaker I think I've ever heard in my life.
I was at a Foo Fighters show once. It was a little bit louder than this.
Louder than this.
Not much, not much.
You know, the Foo can get loud. Snap to Bales. Bales going to hand to Trigg, and he's going to get stacked up about the 20. Still fighting for yardage.
Ball carriers number 28.
He broke free there, but it was only after the whistle had blown.
Tackle made by number 2, DJ Albright. Also number 33, Price Towns.
So let's see what they're going to ultimately give him on the gain. It looks like it's only going to be a short gain, about a yard.
Short gain, it's second down.
So empty backfield for North. Bales awaits the snap. It'll be second down and 8. It'll be a quick pass out to the right-hand side and going to be caught. And it'll be enough for first down yardage. That is
pass reception by number 13, Cedric Touchstone.
So Touchstone on the reception.
First down for the Raiders.
A gain of about
on the
11.
Tackle number 22, Brendan McNeely, and
12.
number
It'll be
44,
first and 10
George
for
Coyle.
the Raiders. There's a good start for
First down, Raiders.
It is a good start, and you know what, Jack? They don't really have to change a whole lot with the spread offense, but they certainly don't want to be throwing the ball deep downfield the whole time. It's 28-10. It's not 42-10.
That's right.
One touchdown,
and they're back.
They're back into the game.
Charlie Aiken.
So Bale's is going to complete one up about the 48-yard line.
2,
that was
DJ
Charlie
Albright.
Aiken on the reception.
It's going to move the sticks. First down, Raiders at their own 47.
And it'll be first and 10 for North.
John, what do you think tomorrow for Georgia, South Carolina?
I'll be happy with a 1-point win, except I really won't.
I guess all that matters is that you win that week. But
ball carrier number 28.
The expectations up in Athens have gotten awfully lofty here in the last
tackle made by number 33, Price Towns.
We considered that win over Notre Dame to be a little bit of a gift.
Towns with a better
fortunate to have come away with a win.
The gift that keeps on giving.
And it does. And that's exactly right. It does appear to be the gift that keeps on giving because both teams are skyrocketing up the polls. And last time you heard from us on a broadcast, Coach Clemson Tigers took one on the chin, but they have rallied nicely and they find themselves in playoff contention.
That's right. There's a lot of football left to be played.
Nice tough run right there by Trigg.
Ball carrier is number 28, Bryson Trigg.
And he's going to get the ball
George
back.
Coyle on the tackle.
Past the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him about a yard. It'll be third and long.
Third down
and 9. That was a 5-yard gain there by Trigg. And with 10 minutes to go here in the third, snap goes back to Bales. Bales under a little bit of pressure. He's going to throw a little flare out to the right-hand side, and Trigg's going to take it, and he's going to be close to a first down.
Bailout pass complete to number 28.
Really nice movement in space there by Trigg. He found a little room and exploited it.
Exploited he did. He got within about a yard of the first
down.
Spot's
going to leave him just short of the first down marker.
And it's going to be 4th and a yard. Let's see what Kraft wants
fourth
to do
down,
here.
Raiders.
They're going to go.
Making some noise in the nest, Milton.
I believe there's a bell. And Bale's going to keep for a handoff. And does he have enough?
Ben Bale's on the keeper.
He does. It'll be a first down for North. Big first down right here to start the third quarter. Boy, a 3 and out, a 4 and out right there would have been
the Raiders.
Would have been tough to overcome.
At the Milton 42-yard line.
So North has it first and 10. Milton sticking with what they've been doing all along. They're running a 3-man front. Bale's going to hand, and that's Trigg. And Trigg breaks one tackle, but not a second, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds or close to being out of bounds
Ball
by the
carrier number 28,
line.
Bryson Trigg. Tackle made by DJ Albright.
Albright on the stop.
And number 45, senior Sekou Diobate.
Seiku. Isn't that one that, isn't that a little bit that Japanese poetry?
A haiku.
Oh, that's a haiku.
That's right.
Sorry about that. I was close.
God bless you.
Bales on a little underneath screen. It's going to go to Perry. Perry's going to get hit once, hit twice. Going to break both tackles, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds about the 38-yard line.
Bales pass complete to number 8, Yaw Perry.
A gain of about 4. Give him a,
Perry
give him a short 5. It'll be 3rd and a long 5.
8-yard line.
With the ball spotted inside the 38-yard line.
There's your IF transition bell.
Randy Heron, where are you when we need you? Snap back to Bales. Bales going to fire over the middle and
got a flag.
Late flag.
Yes.
Bales pass
maybe a fortunate flag right there. That was Tristan Howard.
For number 16, Tristan Howard.
The intended receiver.
Defending on the play, number 44, George Coyle.
Coyle there in coverage. Looked like he had one hand in there to bat the pass down. The question is where that other hand was. It may have been in the back of a jersey.
Well, from our angle, obviously we can't see, but you know what? It's time that North Forsyth gets a break. We've had a rough couple of weeks.
From the line of scrimmage.
Well, Jay, what they always say, if that's what the official called, that has to be what happened. And so the new line of scrimmage is going to be the 23-yard line. Snap's going to be to Bales. He is going to fake a handoff, go play action, going to throw over the top into double coverage. And there's an interception.
Bales pass intercepted.
And that pass was intended for Tristan Howard. He
number
threw into double
33, Bryce Towns.
And Towns with an easy interception right there, and that pass really had no chance.
Well, again, it's something that we've seen the last couple of weeks. We're taking the ball down the field. On that particular play, it didn't look like Bales had his feet set, and he's just sort of trying to place it or loft it. And if he just hangs on to the ball a little bit and does his reads, there's a guy in the end zone.
Football turns over to the Eagles.
Well, you know, Jay, right there,
first down, Milton.
Call me crazy, but anything is better than that. Even a sack is better than giving the ball back to them.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, at this point, we need points. So it'll be interesting to see how the defense responds.
And that's not the start we need right there. Van Horst running.
Solomon Van
almost
Horst
unabated down the sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds about the 41.
Line. First down, Eagles.
Correction, make that the 46.
Tackle made by number 24, Bryce Davis.
Bryce Davis knocked him out of bounds about the 46, and that'll be 1st and 10 for Milton. And they strike quickly on the first play.
This is not Milton football that I recall from my times here. I don't remember this in the mid to late 80s.
History was a little different when you were here, John. Tell us a little bit about Milton football when you were here.
I do seem to recall a win when I was a freshman at Georgia that we celebrated greatly against Shamrock High School. But that was about it.
And Yates is going to go to the house. He faked the handoff right there to Van Horst.
Quarterback keeper, number 13.
And Yates
He's
building
in the end
on
zone.
that.
That's a Milton Eagle touchdown for Jordan Yates and the Eagles.
He's had so far.
It's definitely 100 yards rushing for the night for him. That's his second long run.
And I believe that one's going to leave a mark. That's going to make it 34-10. And boy, I'll tell you what, it seems like it's almost on cue, Jay. We have that huge turnover with an opportunity to really get back in the ball game, and then within a couple of plays the opposition scores if it's not on the play itself. We've seen a couple of pick sixes that have gone the other direction, and now this time we have a
Harrison's extra point
interception, and about 3 plays later it turns into a touchdown, and it's 35-10.
Eagles continue to put points on the board here in the second half. It's 35-10 Milton.
So with our score 35-10, we're going to take a quick timeout. And with 8:02 to go in the third quarter, we'll take a timeout. Timeout with a score 35-10 on the Raider Sports Network. Back after these messages.
He does a push-up for every point.
Now you got to go one more segment. By 2 former Teachers of the Year, Jay Glimpf and John Major, social studies teachers extraordinaire.
We do our best.
Milton fans down there doing their push-ups, and they've had their share to do so far. That's 35, and that kickoff
It's another touchback for
again
the
going to go
Eagles.
into the end zone.
Well, I'll tell you, John,
Football
on our
comes down to the
hallway,
20-yard line. First
we
down,
have to
Raiders.
do our best because, you know, there are some outstanding educators on our hallway, just from the social studies department alone, and I never want to leave out Eric Herrick.
Absolutely, one of the best.
He's the hardest working man in on the 500 hallway.
The Fun 100 hallway.
Fun 100 hallway.
That's right. That's right.
Fun 100 hallway.
Coach Herrick has gotten his season underway here. They've started tryouts and practice, both Herrick and Moon, getting ready to crank up another outstanding Raider basketball season for both the boys and the girls. That pass is out to Nikki Dalmolin. It's going to be good for about 3.
Ben Bale's pass complete to number 9, Nikki Dalmolin.
Well, and we should
Tackle made
also
by number 33, Price
we should also
Downs.
point out that when football season is over, whenever
Second
that finally
down.
happens, there's going to be a ton of those football players that end up with Coach Gerard and our wrestling program, which is one of the top programs in the state and has been a dominant county and region program for about 14 years now. Coach Gerard's done a great job.
Also a proud social studies teacher.
He resides on the Fun 100
Ball
Hall as
carrier is
well.
number
I
28,
He does
Bryson
indeed.
Trigg. Trigg tackled by number 43, Juan Uribe.
Juan Uribe
And
on the
number
stop.
5, London Best.
I believe Juan's played a little third base for the Dodgers at one point or another, has he not?
Maybe
Maybe a different Juan Uribe. Dear God. It's third down for the Raiders. Snap back to Bales. Bales going to fire one down the left-hand side.
That looks
Touchdown
good.
With a nice catch right there about the 34-yard line before he's run out of bounds. It'll be a
Ben
first
Bales
down
complete
for
to number 13,
North Forsyth.
Cedric Touchstone. Pass is complete. It's a first down for the Raiders at their own 34-yard line.
And North has it first down. Down 35-10, 6.5 left to go in the third. Snap to Bales. He'll survey the field. He's going to throw right over the middle, and it is intended for Touchstone. A nice
Bales
play out
pass
there
intended
by
for number 13,
Jack
Cedric
Rhodes.
Touchstone. Defending on the play and nearly
The free
intercepting
safety.
that ball. Number 31, Jack Rhodes.
Well, I know the score's 35-10, and I know we're running deeper routes for the
Update
receivers
on that
because we're
score
trying to
from
make
West
this
Forsyth.
deficit back up. But
In South Forsyth,
the shorter
21,
pass
and
plays
West
are going to be
Forsyth,
there.
0.
Again, they don't have to get everything back all at once, and they're not going to.
Bales going to fire one out wide, and it is complete. That's Charlie Aiken on the
Ben
reception.
Bales pass complete to number 5, Charlie Aiken.
The receivers are good enough. They
Tackle
catch the
made by
short
number
passes.
7,
They're good
Lucas
enough.
Moore.
They can make a move and take it to the
Not
house.
quite enough for the first down. It's third down.
But if they're going to make a move, they're going to have to do it soon.
Okay. All right. So 5:54 to go in the third. It'll be third and short. And the jet sweep goes to Perry. Perry's got to get a yard here, and he's going to get stacked up, and it's going to be a loss. Perry is doing a lot of
Short
Side
little
to
pass
side.
to number
going
8,
side to side, but nothing,
Jaw Perry.
nothing north and
Tackle
south,
made
and
by
he's going to
number
lose
2,
a couple
DJ
yards.
Albright.
and
Milton defensively,
He's
the
short of
thing
the
that
first
impresses
down,
me
and
right
it's
now
fourth
is
down.
they've got great closing speed. It seems like when they make a tackle, it's not one guy, it's 2 or 3 that are in on each play. Some of the pass plays have been broken up. It hasn't necessarily been the one-on-one coverage. It's been double coverage. They just seem to be everywhere. They're doing a great job tonight for Milton.
And fourth down, North will go. Ball on their own 42-yard line. Bale's going to fire one over the middle, and it is intercepted. And that's George Coyle, and Coyle will score. And so
Ben Bales
George,
pass intercepted by number
George
44.
Coyle goes 42
George Coyle.
yards on the interception.
George outraces all those defenders, gets into the end
North
zone
really
for
didn't have a whole
Milton.
lot of choice right there but to go
Touchdown.
for it, a game that's getting out of hand, and that made matters just a little bit worse right there. So, John, don't go anywhere. We're going to talk a little bit of Alpharetta history here.
I'm on it.
I know one of their sponsors here is the Old Blind Dog. That's where they want their fans to go after the ball game for some eats. What do you know about the Old Blind Dog?
The Old Blind Dog is not terribly old. It's a relatively new establishment in
Extra point attempt is
the New
good.
Crabapple area. but
It's 42-10.
it's a good place. It's a
Milton.
good place to get a burger. Kind of a traditional English pub look, but they have just standard bar fare. Pretty good stuff.
Seems like back in the day before Milton and Alpharetta became such a densely populated area as it is down here. Seems like I remember meeting you many, many years ago up here for lunch at a place called Alpha Soda.
Absolutely.
Do I remember that correctly?
You do, in fact, and they are still in operation. They're on Old Milton Parkway. They're doing a great job there. My mother and I ate there probably 2 or 3 months ago, and they do a great job still with a lot of the traditional soda fountain type stuff, milkshakes and hamburgers and all that kind of thing, along with a lot of other dishes. So if you're ever in Alpharetta, that's a great option.
Off by Hayden Hairston.
And this kick is going to go in the end zone, and I guess
another touchback.
It'll be a
For
touchback.
Hairston and the Eagles.
North going to start on their own 20
Football
again.
comes out to the 20-yard line. First
Hairston
down,
has done
Raiders.
a great job for Milton kicking the ball into the end zone and starting North deep in their own end.
He has. True story. John Major told me that when he retires, he plans on moving to New York, and he wants to open up a bakery where they make muffins, but they don't sell the stumps.
Just the tops.
Just the tops. And it's going to be called Top of the Muffin.
Top of the muffin to you.
Yes. True story. True story.
What is going on around here?
Now he plans on giving the bottom of the muffin stumps to the homeless in the area.
That's untrue. That's erroneous.
So, John, why do you dislike the homeless? We have devolved. 42-10 will do that swing pass. And that is out to Trigg.
Bales pass complete to number 28, Bryson Trigg.
He's a little slow to get up.
Big hit by number 7, Lucas Moore.
And he was knocked down about the 18, 19-yard line. Looks like it's going to be the 18. Yeah, Trigg got a big hit last week, got dinged a little bit, unable to return. We hope he's going to be
Football
okay
spotted
tonight.
at the 18-yard line, lost about 3 on the play. Second down.
Second down and 12. Snap. Bale's going to hand off. Trigg going to take it, and Trigg's going to break a tackle, and he can't break the second one. And he's going to be brought down about the 29-yard
Ball
line.
carriers number 28, Bryson Trigg.
Got the lost yardage
Tackle
back
made by
and
number
more, almost the
22,
first
Brendan
down.
McNeely.
You know, Jay, you made a good point earlier about the fact that the Milton closing speed is good. It seems to me that when North's had success, it's been somewhat up the middle or over the middle in the passing game.
The quick stuff typically is what's going to offset speed. You know, you can do a lot of the misdirection, but we don't give the ball to the guy that runs the jet
Ball
all
carrier
the
number
time.
28, Bryson
We've done that
Trigg.
more tonight than what I've seen in the last couple of weeks, so they don't really follow that guy much.
Tackle made by number 55,
they focus in on
senior
Trigg.
Danny
But
Thomas.
when you have these running plays that are quick, where you're not waiting for tackles and guards to pull, that's gonna be more one-on-one blocking, and it's gonna be a better situation for Trigg to make a decision.
And here we are, another fourth down, and it's fourth and short, about a yard.
Timeout, Milton.
And we're going to have a timeout for Milton, and it'll be 4th and 1. You know, you're talking Jay, they've run some quick stuff down there. I was watching that last handoff right there that was stacked up. It's a big advantage when you can run a 3-3-5 and only commit 3 to the offensive line, 3 to the pass rush, 3 to the run stopping, and they're able to handle our 5. And we've seen that way too much here in this ball game.
Well, and again, what it does is it's going to open up lanes for the defense, too. They're going to be able to react quicker, and there's a lot of speed on the field for them. That's why they're able to get 2 or 3 guys in the backfield. Their 3 down guys are beating our offensive line, but their linebackers and their secondary are talented, too, and they've done a great job tonight. But we have good players on our team. We've got a ton of great receivers. We've got great backs. We've got a quarterback that's thrown for 3,000 yards or will.
And we're going to sneak, and we're going to get a shove from behind. And
quarterback
looks like
keeper,
Bales
number 15, Ben
is
Bales.
going to break the 40-yard line. That was the line he needed to get the first down, and we're going to convert on 4th.
Bales out to the 30-yard line.
And we've got a score in the third quarter. South Forsyth leading West Forsyth 21-0.
It's going to be enough for a North Forsyth first down.
Another third quarter score. Lambert
at their own 30.
struggling with Forsyth Central. It's 21-9 in the third. And we got a first down for North. Bales waits on the snap, and the handoff goes to Perry. Tough run right there. Perry
Ball carrier number 8,
5.
Yaw Perry. Perry out to the 35-yard line, gain of 5 on the play.
John, have you been able to make
Tackle
it to
made
many
by
of
number
the
5, London Best.
North ball games this year?
And number 33,
This is actually the first one I've
Towns.
made it to.
The first one.
I try to get to 1 or 2 a year, and this seemed like the natural choice.
And you've been enjoying them on the Raider Sports Network, I'm assuming.
Always, always.
It's great to have you along tonight on the Raider Sports Network. Is Yaw Perry going to make a nice run, get flipped up around the midfield stripe?
On the carry, number 8, Yaw Perry. Big gainer. Tackle made by number 28, Joe Charleston.
He's had some
Football
excellent
across
runs tonight.
midfield into
Perry's
Milton
looked good. He's
territory at the
running with
49.
intensity.
First down,
He
Raiders.
is. He's run hard tonight.
They certainly missed him last week as he brings in that quick burst. And when Trigg got hurt, they found themselves going to Honus Wagner, normally a defensive back, and he had to come in and take some carries here in the fourth, and we've got a man down.
Ball carrier number 8, Yaw Perry. Tackle made by number 24, senior Will Kersey.
And that looks like James is down. That's the big offensive lineman for North. I need to wait to confirm the number right there. I'm hearing it may be another North player. Looks like they may be just stretching out that hamstring.
Yeah, I think that's a cramp. The way he went down, it looked like it may have been one. Let's hope so anyway.
Well, we can only hope that it is. That is one position where North is razor thin, is across that offensive line. They can't afford any injuries. Trainers look to be working out that hamstring a little bit, maybe working out a cramp. Milton over on this side taking a knee. And they've got a lot to be happy about right here. The score 42-10 here in the third. Sounds like somebody down there has had too many carbonated drinks.
Injured players, number 75.
And it's
Daniel Espinosa.
Espinosa is the injured Raider.
Looks like Daniel's going to be okay.
We hope to have him back on the next couple of snaps. And with that stoppage of play, we're back. It's 2nd down and 8. North going to try to cut into this 42-10 lead.
We'd love to see them get a touchdown before the fourth quarter.
Bale's going to pass out to Touchstone, and he's going to get knocked down about the 39-yard
Bale's pass complete
line.
to number 13, Cedric Touchstone.
He gains 5.
Touchstone tackled by number 2, DJ Albright.
Really, just from a matter of confidence at
It's
this
third
point.
down, 3rd and 5 for the Raiders.
It's important for them to finish the second half.
Need a little bit of momentum if they're going to play North Gwinnett next week.
Yeah, they need as much momentum as they can get
They
for
sure
the next
do.
week playoff opponent.
Perry on the handoff, and
Ball carry
he's
number
gonna
8,
get about a
Yaw
yard.
Perry. Short gain on the play. Tackle made by number 8, Jordan Davis. Fans medical coverage for tonight's game is provided by Carly Holcomb and Derek Gaffey from Northside Hospital, a Diamond Eagle sponsor.
And I don't remember how many
Northside is
fourth
the healthcare
downs
partner of choice for Milton High School.
North has tried to convert all year
and the
long,
Milton
but
Athletics
they've
Association.
had quite a few already
Thank
here
you
in
to
the third
Northside
quarter.
Hospital.
And this is no different. 4th down and 4. 4 wide receiver set here for North. Bales looks, and he's going to throw into double coverage.
Ben Bales pass intended for number
And
13,
Cedric Touchstone had no
Touchstone.
chance right there.
Defending on
And
the play,
ball
number
will go over
28,
on
Joe
downs
Charleston.
to Milton.
Pass is incomplete.
Nice defense right there by Milton. So with under a minute to go here in the third, North
Football's going to turn over on downs to the
trails
Eagles.
42-10.
A little less than a minute left in this third
John,
quarter.
we've enjoyed having you throughout the third quarter. You're welcome to stay as long as you need to, but I know you mentioned earlier that you've got your lovely wife, Allison, down there. And
Yep, and it's almost time to get ready for Georgia football tomorrow. So, you know, got to get back to the house and prep for the trip to Athens.
That's right. So we're glad you joined us, John. Thanks a million. It's great to have a terrific a terrific alumni of Milton and an outstanding teacher at North Forsyth on board with us today.
Well, while we're talking about great social studies teachers, we need to also say
pass complete to number 6, Hairston.
Georgia plays South Carolina tomorrow, 3, and one of our social studies teachers played football at South Carolina, David Shiver.
That's right. That's right. He sure did.
So
just a quick moment, Jay. I want to thank Clemson for taking out Georgia Tech last week, and we'll do the best we can to return the favor by taking out South Carolina tomorrow.
Yeah, we're all Georgia fans up here tonight, right?
Well, beating South Carolina usually breaks the hearts of no one, and that's going to be an interference call.
Yates pass intended for number 6, Hairston. There's a flag on the play.
And Dash was running down the sideline. Looked like he was dashing past our defender.
Well played.
He's a dashing young man.
That's our 5th penalty.
Spotter extraordinaire Katie Sarfati giving me the hashtag symbol. Oh, what number?
Pass interference call against the Raiders.
Yeah,
Football at the 25-yard line.
It's against the Raiders. Eagles. So it'll be first down for Milton. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Yates is going to pass out to the side. And it's going to be a minimal gain of about 5.
Yates pass complete to number 6, Hairston.
And that may
tackle
be the
made by
final
number 48,
play
Jack Tucker.
Jack Tucker on the tackle.
And it's second down.
We haven't seen Faulkner back, have we?
I don't believe so. And in a game like this, where it's a 32-point difference here, we may not see him again.
It's a big loss tonight, but it may be an even bigger loss next week on the red.
That's exactly right. So
third quarter expires.
That'll be the final play of the third quarter.
Score is 42-10.
John, we're glad you joined us.
You bet. Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
You are welcome back anytime you want to come back on the Raider Sports Network. And with that, we'll take time at the end of the third quarter. Your score, Milton 42, North Forsyth 10. Back after these messages on the Raider Sports Network. And we're back live at Milton. I was just handed a out-of-town score. North Gwinnett, who appears to be North Forsyth's opponent next week, is leading Discovery High School 38-0. Score handed to me by Paul Segrist. Sounds like Discovery has yet to discover the end zone. They're down 38-0. And number 31 for Milton is in now. That is Jack Rhodes, the free safety.
32.
He is also one of the backup quarterbacks for Milton.
Short gain on the play.
Have not seen many quarterbacks with the number 31.
Yeah, the Patterson kid for Ole Miss is number 20. You don't see that very often. Bernie Kosar back in the day.
Heath Schuler was he 22 or
21, 22, something like that, yeah.
Eccles on the carry.
And another handoff for
15-yard line.
The Eagles.
Tackle made by number 51, Cade
And they're going to be up close to a first down. In fact, they have the first down. It'll be 1st and 10.
Well, right now in the fourth quarter, you'd like to get through this without any injuries. You'd like to get some good reps against another
good for a Milton Eagle. First down.
Good opponent. It's you know this there's some benefit from a playoff game. If you can get some younger guys in that you'll be counting on next year. You know, they're getting good experiences against a team that's going to finish tonight and be 8-2.
There's Rhodes again on the keeper.
Number 31, Jack Rhodes.
So, Jay, do you think when we see the offense back on the field, we'll see the likes of
Dion Creel,
Ben Bales, Cedric Touchstone, Bryson Trigg, Yao Perry?
Well, in the last two, with the game out of reach, we did. I think last week we finally saw some of the backups come in on that last drive. We'll probably see him at least one more time.
Be curious to see if we see Carter Mulliken under center. It looks to be he's the odds-on favorite for next year to be the quarterback. Heard a couple other names thrown around, but Mulliken's name seems to be one of the ones that's
Jack Rhodes on the keeper.
First mentioned, as he has
down just
previously played the
10-yard line.
position.
Tackle made by number 48.
In fact, he was back in the spring game when Bales was injured. He was the starter for the North team in the scrimmage against Roswell.
Certainly more of a dual threat guy. He's got great speed. He's a good runner. Passing is something that is not his first option, but he's adequate. He's going to be able to do a lot of the stuff that we run right now. There's not going to be a ton of change.
Rhodes is going to keep, and he's going to try to find some space on the outside, and he's going to dive for the pylon. Let's see if he got in. Looks like they're going to say he stepped out around the 3.
Looks
like they're spotting him out of bounds at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, and they are going to give him the 3.
Pushed out by number 49, Grant Scalia.
And what does he have?
That is good for a first down. It's 1st and goal, Eagles.
And it'll be 1st and goal for Milton. Ball spotted at the 3-yard line with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Game well out of hand. Milton leads 42-10. Rhodes is going to keep. He wants that touchdown for himself, and he's going to get it. A 3-yard run by Jack Rhodes.
For a Milton Eagle touchdown.
And with 8:51 to go in the ball game, the score is now 48-10. Milton will try to tack on an extra point here. And I don't know about you, Jay. I've heard about all the Auburn fight song I want to hear for the night. I'm sure you guys are having no trouble hearing that in the background either. That extra point is up and good.
Is good.
And it's 49-10.
Nice combination of.
To be honest, Jack,
Percy.
as a Clemson guy, Clemson's beat Auburn the last 3 times in a row, so every time I hear the Auburn fight song, Clemson wins.
Well, as a Georgia fan, we've gotten to know that pretty well as well.
49-10, Milton. Fans, Alpharetta Convention and Visitors Bureau can help you plan an awesome local event.
Our stat guy, Coach Glimp Jr., says that Bales only needs 130 to get 3,000.
Meeting or sports event in Alpharetta. Visit awesome.
Well, it kind of goes back to the question we asked just a moment ago. Do you think we have any chance of seeing him the rest of the way here? In a 49-10 game, you don't want to take a chance with any injuries, I wouldn't think, when you have a first-round playoff game next week.
Offering authentic Mexican food with a twist and an awesome atmosphere.
You're right, but I mean, you know, these kids are competitors and they want to play. They're seniors.
Fans drive like a champion.
It's their last regular season game, last regular season region game.
Palmer Dodge is proud to serve the area with quality.
I'm sure they'd like to get at least one more drive in.
Located on Highway 9, that's Palmer Dodge.
And with another score in the start of the fourth quarter, it looks like South Forsyth has just about sewn what's been billed as the region championship game. They wrap that thing up. It's 28-0. They lead West.
Yet another touchback for Harrison.
And that just shows you
football at the 20-yard
West
line.
is a tough ball club,
down,
and
Raiders.
it just shows you the strength of South. They've just blown that thing wide open to be up by 4 touchdowns.
Well, and we saw South, and you know, if it weren't for a few turnovers, we were playing them toe-to-toe with a lot of momentum, and that momentum changed quickly with turnovers and interceptions returned for a touchdown. Bales is still in.
It looks like most of the first group is still in for North. And a flag down.
Flag on the play.
Let's see what the call is.
Too many men on the field.
I believe you're right. One man running off, not another one coming back on. So we've got a 5-yard penalty for illegal substitution.
Penalty charged against the Eagles. For
Jay, I believe we do have a running clock based on the score. North hasn't run a play in about 30, 35 seconds have run off already. Bale's pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Dalmolin.
And the clock is still going.
Bale's pass intended for number 9, Nikki Dalmolin. It's incomplete. We'll bring up second down and 5.
And I believe that is going to disappoint absolutely no one in this particular game, the way it's gone so far. I think North is just about ready to get back on the bus and head back to Coal Mountain. Hand off to Perry. Perry, a nice run. Going to break one tackle, break two, and he's going to be brought down about the
number 8,
43-yard line.
Perry's going to pick up a first down.
Nice carry of about 18 yards.
Chandler Jones.
That may be one of the better runs of the night for North.
Yeah, Perry's played well tonight. It looks like North is going to get to the running game.
Perry again keeps on the carry, and he's going to get about 8, 9, 10 more. Give him
Perry.
9. And he's on the other side of.
On the run.
He's on the Milton side of the field, about the 49-yard line.
Charlie Keeney.
Well, never mind. It's going to be right there at midfield. So the nose of the ball at the center of the field. 6:42 to go in the game. Bales takes the snap. He's going to hand to Perry. He's going to break one tackle, spin to the outside. He's going to go up and over. And he's going to get knocked down about the 44-yard line. Jay, you see that right there?
Tackle made by number 14.
Runners are trying to go the way of Todd Gurley and try to fly over guys.
First down for the Raiders at the
you think that's starting to turn into a little bit of a dangerous trend?
Well, I mean, on that play it could have been, but I mean, y'all did a great job getting the first down, getting the open space, and extending the drive.
First down for the Raiders. Bale's back. He looks. He's going to fire down the right side. He's got two men down there about the same place, both defended. And good coverage by Milton. I don't think that's exactly what they were looking for with two guys in the same place. What do you think?
Breaking up the pass, number 7, Lucas Moore.
That guy's really loud.
Breaking news, ladies and
It is
gentlemen.
really loud. I tell you, what we've seen the last couple of weeks is this. The other team secondaries that we've played against have been solid, and we haven't been able to figure them out. It seems like we're always throwing into double coverage. There's got to be somebody open.
And carry goes to Jonathan Perez. Nice run. Jay, I think you touched on something earlier where they've been able to go with some speed.
Jonathan Perez.
And don't have delayed handoffs. They just go right straight at it. They've had a little bit of success going right up the middle, and we have another third down and short.
Well, I mean, what it does is it gives the defense less time to react. You're on the attack, and you're getting their space, not the other way around.
Perez, a little bit of hesitation right there, but he's going to get a nice gain, and he's going to get knocked down about the 29-yard line.
Number 46, Jonathan Perez.
So we'll give him 7 on that carry, and it's another first down for the Raiders.
Tackles Perez.
Again, Perez is a good, tough, hard-nosed runner.
Brings up a first down for the Raiders.
And I believe the PA announcer said right there that tackle was made by a flock of eagles.
Flock of eagles?
Flock of eagles.
Not seagulls.
Perez carrying tacklers. And he's going to be brought down.
That was Bales. That was Bales.
Oh, was it Bales?
It was.
Okay.
Tackled inside the 20-yard line, caught at the 19.
Good tough run by Ben Bales.
That'll be enough for a Raider first down.
And another first down for North.
That by order of the Fulton County Police, the Fulton County Schools Police, and the administrations of both Milton and North Forsyth High School, spectators are not allowed to enter the field at the conclusion of this game.
I don't think they're going to have to worry about that tonight.
No.
Perez on the handoff, and he's going to go down about the 15-yard line.
It would be good for them to take the ball down the field and score. Get some confidence going into next week that we can run the ball, we can throw the ball, we can make some adjustments. They're not that far off. It's not like we haven't moved the ball tonight. Bales has 18 completions, but the incompletions and the thrown into double coverage and things like that. It's you know, if we are playing North Gwinnett next week, we're going to have to step up our game.
Bales pass.
That pass was intended for
Nikki Dalmolin.
And it was incomplete. Nice play out there by Milton to knock it down. Clock ticks with 3:15 to go in the game. And it'll bring up third down and 5.
Win or lose next week, you want it to be a 4-quarter game too. That ought to be the mindset going in.
Perry's going to take it right up the middle, and he's going to get brought down. Did he get in?
I think they're going to put him short to the goal line.
No signal. Looks like he's a little short.
Tackle made by number 11,
as tough as Perry has run tonight, that young man deserves another carry. He deserves a touchdown. He's played his heart out tonight, regardless of the score.
Yao is still in the game. Let's see if he's going to get the ball.
And we've struggled at the short yardage. So
Bales under center, pro set here for North, and Bales going to keep. And no signal yet. Let's see. And the officials
Bales on the quarterback.
The side judges are in no hurry to get there to mark it.
That is going to be good for a touchdown for the Raiders.
And somehow he signals he's given a touchdown. So good for Ben Bales. That's terrific. I'm glad he got in. It's just interesting officiating right there. But with 2:19 to go in the ball game, and the score is now Milton 49, North 16 with the extra point pending. Fourth quarter score, Forsyth Central trying to make it close on Lambert. It's 21-12. Boiso on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. And your new score, Milton 49 and North 17.
It's 49-17 with a little over 2 minutes left.
Another fourth quarter score. We've got
Once
West
again, fans, you're reminded that by order
on the board now
Fulton
with
County
7,
Police,
but South leads 28-7 in the fourth.
And the administrations of both Milton and North Forsyth, spectators are not
South is just
allowed on
good.
the
They've got a
field
lot
at
of
the
talent. They're
conclusion
well
of this game.
coached. We said before that's a big team, top to bottom. Those kids were huge.
Not a whole lot different than Milton. Milton and South very comparable.
Yeah, I mean, they're good at what they do. They're not going to overall. Milton's not going to overall impress you with their numbers. I mean, their quarterback's only thrown for 1,300 yards, but then you look, he has 600 yards rushing. They've got a couple of receivers that don't have the numbers or the catches that our guys do. But as you saw tonight, they're very efficient. I mean, they're good at what they do. Milton's a dangerous playoff team. You have to think. They've got a great defense. They look like they're solid in the kicking game. And again, offensively, they run and throw well.
All year long of Milton football.
When you go and you look at that crossover matchup now for Region 5, North is going to have an uphill battle next week against North Gwinnett. I don't think that's going to be a surprise to anybody that North is really going to have to play their best game in order to beat North Gwinnett. But then you kind of look at the rest of the region, and you sort of look around and you say, well, West Forsyth is a 3 seed. That's going to be a tough draw for somebody, probably Collins Hill or Mountain View.
Right.
And then you start looking at Milton, and they're going to get either Collins Hill or Mountain View. Peachtree Ridge, I believe, was trying to wiggle into the mix. I think they had to win tonight to get in. And Mill Creek is also in the mix over there. So you know what? Region 5 may get a couple of games in. They may be able to take a couple off those county schools.
Well, it'd be great for our region as far as giving us a little bit of notoriety, other than South. But again, South has been clearly the class of the league this year. And very much deserving of that county championship. They earned it.
Quarterback for the Eagles, number 18, Jackson Weaver.
But you got to figure this Milton team can probably hang with just about anybody.
Yeah, they can. I mean, they've got all the intangibles that you need to be a good playoff team. They've got speed. They've got good running backs. They've got a quarterback that's a dual threat. It gives you more to prepare for. They've got some solid receivers. They've got speed where you need it. From a standpoint of high school, they should be able to compete with anybody. Certainly the same thing with West. The scary thing about West is, they run that spread offense, but it's more like Georgia Tech as far as how they run. They're a ball control, a clock control type team. They get a lead on anybody, they're dangerous. And then of course South can beat you in so many different ways. And
Miller Connell.
I'll say this, knowing what we've seen the last 3 weeks, I tell you, don't sleep on North Forsyth.
Eccles runs the ball.
No.
Again, I'm
tackle made by number 48, Jack Tucker.
Ever the Reagan optimistic here. I'm an '80s kid. I'm always full of that Reagan optimism. But I tell you,
Eccles on the carry out to the 40-yard line.
A few adjustments.
Some scores from around the region.
Probably for some different play calling that we'll see against North Gwinnett than what we've seen these last couple of weeks. You got nothing to lose. I mean, for our kids, it's a bowl game.
That's right.
It's a bowl game.
Well, any team is capable of turning the ball over 2 or 3 times.
Sure. And as we've seen, North Gwinnett has a bad night. They turn it over 4 times. we're good enough. We can win that game.
That's right. We can score on anybody, I feel like.
Absolutely.
And it looks like that may be the final play of the ball game. It's been a running clock here in the fourth quarter. We're under 5 seconds left, and your final score is going to be Milton 49 and North Forsyth 17. Not exactly the way that the Raiders wanted this thing to wrap up, but they were able to score a touchdown right here in the fourth quarter on a drive, much like they wanted the rest of the way they wanted the rest of the way to go, but did not turn out that way for North tonight, as they were beaten by, frankly, a better Milton team. It was going to take a perfect game out of North. They didn't get it, and Milton played just well enough that they were able to lay it on North Forsyth tonight. Jay, any final thoughts before we close it up tonight here?
Perry running his heart out. Bales gets a touchdown, and they're not quitting. They know. You can tell from their body language. They know that these last 3 weeks have not gone, the way they thought things were going to go. I guarantee you, none of these kids thought that these last 3 games would be blowout losses. But I expect to see a different outcome next week. I expect to see these kids fired up and ready to play. I don't think that they're just happy being in the playoffs. I think they want to make that playoff game memorable. And when I say memorable, not, gosh, we had a playoff game. Remember how great that was? More of, remember we played North Gwinnett for 4 quarters.
That's right.
That's what I hope that they're thinking about.
Well, as we said a minute ago, North has the playmakers. If they can make some plays and be able to create some mistakes for North Gwinnett, you never know. You may see a 4-seed advance in the state playoffs, and why not us?
Why not? Why not? And I can tell you, up until Clemson lost to Syracuse, Clemson, the defending national champions, had beaten, I think, 39 straight non-ranked opponents. And anything can happen. Just got to believe.
You don't want an injury to happen much like happened in that Clemson game against Syracuse. However, you never know. You never know what can happen. It could be raining next Friday night. The ball could be wet. North may just come out and just play their best game, and we may lay one on the Bulldogs from North Gwinnett.
Well, and that's why you play the game.
That's why you play, instead of them just advancing them in the bracket without actually having a matchup. And on that note, we're going to call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. We're glad you joined us on the Raider Sports Network. We thank our producer-engineer. We thank James C. Wright for producing it tonight. We thank Paul Segrist, Katie Sarfati, Trey Glimpf for being our spotter extraordinaire. The production crew, James C. Wright's class, they do a great job every week. We don't know about coverage for next week. We understand there may be some different rules when it comes to the playoffs as far as doing live broadcasts are concerned, but if we are on the Raider Sports Network and we are able to broadcast the game, we'll bring it right here to you. If not, it may be on a tape delay. We're not 100% sure, but watch the NF Raiders Athletics website this week for more information on that. Along with Jay Glimpf, this is Jack Sarfati. We thank you again for joining us on the Raider Sports Network. We'll see you hopefully next week. Good night, everybody.